best deal that we've ever done in cutlery from one of the world's, if not the world's most trusted brands. The name of the company is called Zwilling Henckels. Normally when you see Zwilling Henckels, they are in a case in a specialty store. You can't even touch them. They're locked up and you gotta go in and ask if they can take them out. We are doing, because we have a special relationship with Zwilling Henckels, basically a one-time deal. When they're gone, they're gone. What I would pay for one knife, you are getting a complete set of knives, and you're getting every knife that you could possibly want. You're getting a chef's knife, you're getting a Santoku knife, you're getting a slicing knife, you're getting a serrated knife, you're getting a paring knife, and you're getting what I consider the world's best shears, all right? All these are included, and they come in the most beautiful ashwood block with the Zwilling label. That's what you look for, the two little guys right there. That's the Zwilling label. And what's so unique is every knife, when you pull it out, there is a sharpener inside. You see that little wedge right there where the point of the knife is? That is going to sharpen the knife every time you pull it in and every time you pull it out. It has two ceramic blades that will carve and sharpen the knife as you take it out. Customer pick with mostly 5-star reviews. This company has been around since 1731. And the key to a great knife is you have to start with great components. You want the best quality steel. You want single tang, one piece of metal all the way through the knife. You want rivets, riveted handles. You want a knife you can sharpen. So you start with an extra heavy piece of metal. And let me just tell you, this thing goes through anything like butter. It is unbelievable how sharp these are, because every time you put them inside of the sharpener, they are inside of the block, they are being sharpened. You could take a quarter piece of tomato, like I'm doing here, and basically cut it into like 20 pieces right there. And you can see how many slices, and paper thin slices as well. You cannot beat a good knife. It is the most important thing that you have in your kitchen. John Florell standing by. And by the way, one last thing, lifetime warranty. For a lifetime, you will own these knives. Here's John to tell you why. Johnny?
Hey, Guy. Good morning, and thanks for having us on. I got to tell you, what a great weekend to have this. This set is absolutely amazing. The block itself has a beautiful ashwood block. It's stained beautifully. A stainless steel cap that goes around the top of the block. And this cap, okay, this has the sharpeners built into it. So all you do is take the knife out and put it back in. You've got a brand new sharp knife. You see, most people have used those stick sharpeners before. We've all seen those, where you try and sharpen your knife on that little honing stick. There's no way you can get it sharp. Even a professional chef can only get their knives back to about 80% of its original factory sharpness. The problem with the knife, Guy, is, you know, all new knives are sharp, and this one's no exception. All you do is touch it, and it cuts it, okay? It's razor sharp. But as you were showing earlier, as you cut through your food, your vegetable, fruits, meats, and cheeses, the knife blade not only touches the food, it also hits the countertop, cutting board, the plates and dishes, and that's what dulls our knives over time. And you probably have a drawer full of dull knives right now in the kitchen, but take a look at this, because it's razor sharp, but it's going to stay sharp because every time you put this knife away, and I'm just going to wipe the blade off here, you slide it back into that knife block and it sharpens itself. When you take it back out, it sharpens again. So you never, ever have to sharpen your knives again, because the block does that for you. And Guy, it's not just that it sharpens it, it will sharpen it up to 95% of its original factory sharpness. You see, at Zwilling Henckels, we're the oldest cutlery brand in the world. We've been around since 1731. We still make knives in the same factory from 1731 in Germany. We still have that same factory today. So when we say it's a lifetime warranty on these knives, it's not like we're hard to find. We've been in the same place for almost 300 years, okay? Ask any chef in the world. They will tell you J.A.'s Henckels, the Zwilling J.A. Henckels Knife Company, is the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. And you mentioned earlier our chef's knife. This is our 8-inch chef's knife, the one I've been using here. You're going to love this thing for doing just about all of your slicing and dicing, but it's razor sharp, but it's also going to stay sharp. No matter what you slice with this knife, it'll slice the same today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, because it's always, I'll tell you, even things like this. You see, everybody has a problem. Ham bones, lamb bones. When you cut through food, there's always maybe a pit in an avocado like this. The chicken bones, these are the things that dull our knives over time, plus the countertops and cutting boards. But when you have this knife sharpener built into the knife block, and our chef's knife is originally sharpened to 15 degrees, a 15-degree angle. Our knife sharpener that's in the chef's knife slot is set at a perfect 15 degrees. So you'll get that back to 95% of its original factory sharpness. Our Santoku knife has a little bit thinner blade. It is sharpened perfectly at 11 degrees. So the sharpener in the Santoku slot in your knife block is set to a perfect 11-degree angle. So no matter how long you have these knives, Guy, they're going to cut like the very first day you got them home.
And guess what? Lifetime warranty. I mean, when I see that, it's the reason I bought them last year. At holiday time, I bought 2 sets. Every one of my family members were like, could you please get me a set of those knives, please? Make it my Christmas present. I was like, okay, okay. Because they fell in love with them. By the way, they come in red or they come in black. The block is the same color regardless of what color grips you get. But again, the only dangerous knife that people have is the one that's dull and doesn't hold an edge. When you start with a quality knife, like this knife, that is thick material that goes all the way through the knife. See that metal, how it goes all the way through one piece? And then you've got that heavy grip on the end, which gives you great balance. And you know, when I hold a knife, I hold it like that. And that's just a restaurant way to hold a knife. Gives me a lot of control. A lot of people will hold their knife like that. But all the features that build this knife are what makes it such a great knife, makes it a safer knife because it can hold an edge. So whether you are, you know, cutting an onion or whether you are cutting French fries for a potato, it allows you to get really, really good cuts. And I'm going to try to get down here so that when you're doing your slicing, you can get really, really even cut. Notice nothing is sticking to the knife. It goes through. I've got control over it so that everything that I do, if I'm just doing a dice like you see here, I'm getting really even dicing all the way through. I can control the knife right down to the butt of that onion. I won't go all the way down. And I've got a really, really well-chopped vegetable. And that really is why a knife is a tool, like anything else. Yep. It is a tool, and John, right?
Right, and a tool needs to be comfortable in your hand.
Yes.
And Guy, you'll notice that metal on the blade goes all the way through the handle, and it creates almost a teardrop on the end. That's a weighted handle, triple riveted, the most popular style handle in the world. But that balances beautifully in your hand, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. And Guy, when I say these are sharp, you can take a bell pepper and literally slice it in midair, paper thin. It's like the weight of the blade does the slicing for you. I mean, if your kitchen knives can't do that right now, it's time to pick up a good set of knives. And I'll tell you, as a gift idea, a lot of people have been picking these up as a gift because, you know, it's for wedding showers, housewarming gifts, for birthday gifts. Maybe the kids are going out to college. They need a good set of kitchen knives. Now's the time. You can't find, I'll tell you, this little utility knife, this is the straight utility knife. I got to show you this, Guy, because this is also a great boning and fillet knife. If you've ever, you know, I mean, you want to talk about sharp. Look at this. You can lay this down between the meat and skin on a fish and just press. And look at that. I mean, it literally, here, let me move this over so you can see it. That fish will flop out of its skin and probably swim around the bucket naked for an hour. Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about paper thin? Look at that.
Yeah, that's a knife.
It takes a sharp knife, okay?
It's like the crocodile Dundee. That's a knife.
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to do.
This is the straight one.
Yeah.
The serrated knife is just as well. And you're going to love this serrated knife. And by the way, let me wipe this off and show you this. This one also is sharpened to the perfect sharpness. So it gets it back to 95% of its original sharpness. This little paring knife here, guy, here, I'll pull this out so you guys can see this. Inside the block, I don't know if we can get tight on this, but you'll actually see the sharpener inside there. As I pull the blade out, you can see how that blade sharpens on those two ceramic stones. When you put it back in, it sharpens again. So every time you remove the knife, you're sharpening it. So even if you want to do a little fun thing like, you know, take a radish and create a little radish mouse, you can put this out in the center of a salad. Or, you know, I'll tell you, they're real cute. You can have fun doing this kind of stuff at home. But even if you just wanted to slice that radish, you can slice it paper thin for paring, peeling, slicing, dicing. You're going to absolutely love this little paring knife. But every time you put that back in the knife block, it sharpens itself again. And Guy, I have to show you this. I have to, because if you don't have a good pair of kitchen shears in your kitchen right now, you want to talk about the most handy tool in the world. Now, you can see how these knives are sharpened. Every time you put them away and pull them back out, you're going to have a brand new knife sharpened. And it's like a brand new knife every time you use it. But these kitchen shears are great for opening boxes. They're great for opening packages. You know, when you get that next day package and they're almost impossible to open, now you can cut those open perfectly. Batteries. How about this? How about spatchcocking a chicken? Or even if it's a roasted chicken like this one, after it's cooked, I'm cutting right through the bone.
Yeah.
It's that high carbon stainless steel that works perfectly, razor sharp, and they are super, super durable. So they'll even cut through the chicken bone. It makes a beautiful, beautiful display for your chicken.
Look at that.
When you can quarter them or cut a chicken in half like this and plate it out for your guests. It's absolutely amazing. You've got to have a good pair of kitchen shears.
Oh, yeah. And here's all the knives and the shears John was talking about. This company has been making knives for 280 years. All right, 1731. It is the best company, in my opinion, out there for cutlery. I've always had Zwilling Henckels. My original block of Zwilling Henckels cost over $600, all right? Prices have come down. You know, demand is increased, and we want everybody to get them. We do a special deal with Zwilling Henckels to get our price as low as we want. We got it down to $99.95 for you, only $19.99 on your credit card. This is gonna make you a better chef, cook, whatever you want to call yourself in the kitchen, because you're going to have the right quality tools. You know, when you become an auto mechanic, first thing you do is you go out and you spend $3,000 on tools, right? You got to. This is the same thing, only you're cooking every day. And as I said before, the dangerous knife is the one that's cheap and doesn't hold an edge, right? Then you got to push harder, you cut yourself. These, you don't have to put any pressure on them. You barely have to touch them to get through whatever it is you're trying to cut, because they are super duper sharp, because they can hold an edge. So no matter what I'm doing, I do not have to put a lot of pressure on this knife to do whatever it is that I want to do, right? It is a stainless knife. It is a lifetime warranty. If you want to order more than one, get it. All the knives are included, including the block. John is showing you, boy, if you're a meat eater and you got to cut through chicken or bone or beef or whatever, you'll love these.
And even just for cutting steaks, but I got to tell you, next time you're carving your ham, lamb, roast beef, or turkey, take out that chef's knife. If you've never used a Zwilling Henckels chef's knife before, I got to tell you, it is such a pleasure to use. It's that razor sharp stainless steel blade, high carbon stainless, makes it so easy to use. Yeah. It's like a hot knife going through butter. But even the most difficult things to cut, now you can. And again, remember, it doesn't matter how much you use the knives, how many things you touch with them, whether you're cutting through avocados, pit and all, or hitting a chicken bone or ham bone. All you have to do, Guy, is put that knife back into the knife block, and it's sharp again. Yeah. You take it back out, it's sharp. You know, every single time you use that knife, it's going to be like the very first time you used it. And I mean, it's like a razor blade on a handle. It solves the #1 problem people have with knives. How do I keep them sharp, right? Do I have to use that stick, or do I have to use a separate piece of metal? Every knife, as you pull it out, see inside, there is a sharpener. So as I pull it in and out, that blade gets sharp every time. It's one step you don't have to deal with. I have them available in black,
I'm available with red. They have a lifetime warranty. It's Zwilling ankles. You could do no better. Order them if you'd love them for summertime and the rest of the year. If you love them now, wait till holiday season. And you're really cooking up a storm and you need great knives. Thank you, John.
Hey, Guy, it's a pleasure. I hope everybody has a great holiday weekend and enjoy your backyard.
Yeah.
Get the knives home. You'll absolutely love them.
They will.
They're the best set of cutlery I think you can put in your kitchen.
Easily, easily. Thank you, John. All right, hey, really quick reminder. We are down to,